We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on exactly? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. My good friend, Queen Marcia, also known as Sophia, you're celebrating your birthday today. Valicia, Monique, Angelicia, and the big man himself, Mr. Sands, they are asking us to wish you a happy birthday today. Let's hope that today you're going to be having a wonderful birthday and may you live to see lots more. This Sunday, June 1, starting at 6 p.m., all road leads to the Savannah-Lamar United Church in Savannah-Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. Go out and be blessed. The Blue Area Primary and Infant School, in association with the church, they are presenting a concert called Rock My Soul. Tickets are on sale at the Royal Pharmacy in Savannah-Lamar, and all the funds are in aid of the school. There will be special guest performances by Joan Flemings, Joanna Walker, and Brother Desmond. Don't miss this one. In the news today, detectives at the Savannah-Lamar Siswoka office, they have arrested and charged 44-year-old Damion Campbell. He is a mechanic and he is living at Spring Garden in the parish of Westmoreland. He has been charged for assault with intent to rape and grievous sexual assault. These acts were allegedly committed against a female when she was 13 years old. It was committed in the parish of Westmoreland. The allegation is that Damion, he was in a relationship with the 13-year-old girl's mother and they were living together. It is alleged that one morning, the 13-year-old girl, she was getting ready for school when Damion, he went into her room and started a conversation with her. It is further alleged that Damion held onto the young girl's hands and placed them behind her. He then pushed her onto the bed, took out his private and tried to do you know what with her, but the young girl, she fight him off. It is also alleged that Damion, he used his fingers to touch her you know where. A report was subsequently made to the police and an investigation launched. Yesterday, Wednesday, May 28th, a raid was carried out and Damion, he was picked up by the police. He has since been charged, so he'll be facing a judge shortly. In this report, that lady on your screen, her name is Mekealah Freemantle. Mekealah, she was born on May 18, 1986. She is 39 years old and she is a British national. Mekealah, she arrived in Jamaica alone through the Sangster International Airport on Monday, May 12, and she was allowed to stay in Jamaica for no longer than 90 days unless she sought and was granted an extension. On her arrival, we are told that she booked into a room at the Ocean View Hotel at Main Street in Ochareos in the parish of St. Anne. She had booked to stay at the hotel until Monday, May 26. We are learning that since Mekealah arrived at the hotel, she was never visited by anyone and she usually kept to herself. On Monday afternoon, May 26, about 12:15, staff at the hotel, they were doing their checks on the room where Mekealah was staying, owing to the fact that the time had passed for her to check out of the hotel and she was not inside the room. A further check was made inside the room and a note was seen on top of a suitcase in the bedroom area. That note, which is suspected to have been written by Mekealah, it stated that she was gonna be ending her life in the Sentence Bay water. The police, they were called in and they commenced investigations. We are told that Mekealah's suitcases and other properties were seen inside the apartment. We are also told that CCTV footages were viewed and they showed Mekealah leaving the hotel property alone on Saturday morning, May 24, about 8:45 o'clock. She was wearing a green and yellow blouse, a red shorts with white dots, a large black hat and a pair of black shoes. She was also carrying a brown shopping bag. An extensive search was carried out by the police at the beaches in Sentence Bay and Ochares. However, Mekealah, she was not found. Several persons were interviewed. However, no one reported seeing anyone fitting Mekealah's description. Calls to her cell phone have gone unanswered. She is of a dark complexion, slim build and about 5 feet 8 inches tall, and she wears glasses. Investigations are continuing. This next incident, it took place yesterday afternoon, Wednesday, May 28, about 5:30. It took place at Maho Place in the Portmore Pines area of Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. Our information is that a team of police officers, they carried out a snap raid at an unfinished building in the area. During the search, they lift up a concrete slab and bingo. Underneath the slab, they found 1.38 revolver with its serial number erased. It was found to contain 6.38 rounds. No one was arrested in connection with this find, but intelligencers, big up on yourself, and officers, job well done. This one, it took place last night, Wednesday, May 28, about 8 o'clock. It took place at the Sun Gold Mini Mart on Wharf Road in the Orange Bay area of Hanover. Our information is that the operator and the cashier, they were inside the Mini Mart attending to customers when a motorcycle with 2 hoodlums aboard rode up and stopped. The hoodlums, they came off the bike and entered the Mini Mart. One of them brandished a gun and announced that this was a robbery. They demanded cash. Both the cashier and her boss, they handed over almost $500,000 Jamaican dollars to the hoodlums, who bagged the cash in a burgundy knapsack. The hoodlums, they then exited the Mini Mart and escaped on the said motorcycle in the area. Just like that. Over in Senton, the police, they are awaiting the result of a postmortem examination to ascertain how a 1-year-old baby died. His name is Azhruddeen Anderson and he was living at Liberty Hall in the Brownstown area of Senton. Now, what we're learning is that last night, Wednesday, May 28, almost 9 o'clock, the 1-year-old baby, he was at home with his 32-year-old mother and his 41-year-old father. The baby was constantly crying, so both parents, they took turns in trying to comfort him. We are learning that the father, he had the baby in his hands, comforting him when the baby suddenly stopped crying. Checks were made and it was realized that the baby was unresponsive. A doctor who was nearby was called and he checked on the baby and pronounced him DEAD. The police, they were called and they processed the scene. We are told that no mark of violence was seen on the baby's body and investigations are continuing. Sad indeed. In this next report, a well-known unofficial foreign exchange dealer in Ochares. His name is Rupert Brown, and Rupert, he was 58 years old. He was living at Eltham in the Ochares area of Senton. We are learning that earlier this year, on Thursday, February 27, Rupert, he was in a building when he was engaged in a dispute with some guys. Rupert, he was chopped by one of the guys, but he managed to run off, but the guys chased him. To avoid getting another chop, we are told that Rupert, he jumped from the second floor of the building to the ground, where Rupert, he injured his spinal cord. He was rushed to the Sentence Bay Hospital, where he was treated and admitted. Rupert, he was in hospital until he was released on Sunday, May 18. He went home, but 2 days later, he started feeling some serious pain. As a result, he was taken back to the Sentence Bay Hospital and was readmitted last week, Tuesday, May 20. Rupert, he was in hospital being treated, but yesterday afternoon, Wednesday, May 28, about 5:30, Rupert, he developed complications and he died whilst he was being treated. The police, they are awaiting a postmortem to ascertain what was it that caused Rupert's death. Sad indeed. In this next report, I carried a report last week, Friday, and I told you about an incident that took place the previous night, Thursday, May 22, at minutes to 11 o'clock. I told you that a taxi driver in his mid-30s, he was driving his Nissan AD wagon motorcar along the Grant Ridge Road in Kericho, in the parish of Hanover, when it is alleged that a guy who is popularly known as Keita, he opened gunfire at the taxi driver, hitting him to his mouth, his right thigh, and his right hand. The hoodlum then made good his escape on foot in the area. The taxi driver, he was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted. The police, they were informed and they commenced investigations. Yesterday, Wednesday, May 28, Keita, he added himself to the police. His correct name is Kericho Williams. He is also known as Kyro. He is 23 years old and he's living at Jericho District in Hanover. Keita, he was questioned by the police in the presence of his lawyer and subsequently charged, so he'll be going to the courts shortly. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button, as also hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, there has been a major development in the kidnapping of a female teacher, and this incident, it took place at Jerusalem Mountain in Westmoreland on Thursday morning, May 8. A female has been charged in relation to this incident, and this female, we are told that she's spilling the beans. This one has Netflix movie written all over it. So by now, you would have realized that I have been giving you some exclusive reports re this kidnapping. Today, I'm going to be giving you more exclusive reports. But first, let me address something. Many persons, they have sent me clippings of what some other bloggers are saying about who is the mastermind behind this kidnapping and what were the motives. I see where the names of two politicians from both the JLP and the PNP are being called. In fact, some bloggers, they are saying that the wife of the JLP politician is said to be the mastermind, and some other bloggers are saying that it was the PNP candidate who set it up to make the JLP councillor look bad. Let me say this without any fear of contradiction. The motive behind this kidnapping was to demand some ransom money. The mastermind behind this kidnapping is a prisoner who is a gang leader, and he's serving sentences for various crimes in prison. The female who was charged by the police is one of the gang leader's many girlfriends. In fact, we are finding out that this female, she has been playing major roles in the hoodlum activities of the Kings Valley gang. I'm going to be telling you more about her in an upcoming video, but her name is Judine Anderson. Judine is 32 years old and she's living at Fort William District in the parish of Westmoreland. Now, what we're learning is that this kidnapping, it was planned from behind bars, and this kidnapping was supposed to be the start of many more to come. This was another way for the gang leader who is in prison to make some money. His trusted and willing girlfriend Judine, she was contacted and she was given certain instructions. Judine, she left her home at Fort William early Thursday morning, May 8th, driving a Nissan motor car. Judine, she picked up those two hoodlums on your screen. That's Kevin Gordon, also known as Josh, and Christopher Williams, also known as Bubba. They drove to Grangeville where they collected the guns and picked up that other hoodlum on your screen. His name is Omar Johnson. Their intended victim was a teacher at a high school in Westmoreland, and they knew the time she would be leaving her home and the route that she would be taking to go to school. Judine, she let off Josh, Bubba and Omar down the road, and she drove the Nissan motor car up the road so that she could see when the female teacher was on her way. The female, she drove past Judine in her car, and Judine, she called her cronies and told them that the teacher was on her way. The hoodlums, they drew a piece of log across the road, and as the teacher drove up, she was forced to stop. By this time, Judine, she drove up behind her so that she could not hitch reverse and tried to escape. The hoodlums, they forced the teacher out of the driver's seat and put her on the back seat of her car. They blindfolded her and bound her hands. While they were driving, they robbed her of a quantity of items to include her cell phone and bank card. They also forced her to give them the PIN number for the bank card. They took her to a house at Pale River where they bound her feet. Remember now, they had already bound her hands and she was blindfolded. They tied her to a bedroom door jamb. Judine, on reaching Pale River, she ditched the Nissan motor car and jumped on the back of Omar Johnson's bike. They then rode to Grangeville. You remember I told you that they had forced the teacher to give them the PIN number for her bank card? On reaching Grangeville, Omar, he went to an ATM and he withdrew 50,000 Jamaican dollars from the female's bank account. Omar, he then gave Judine some of that money, and Judine, she took a taxi and headed back to Fort William like everything was okay. Omar, he went back to the house at Pale River, and I must tell you this. These hoodlums, they did not harm the lady. Many persons are wondering if they raped her or otherwise. No, they did not. These hoodlums, they were acting under strict instructions, and their aim was to get some ransom money. So by this time, Omar, he reached back at the house. But guess what? The police, they received intelligence about what went down and where they were holding the teacher. Many persons are wondering, so how comes the police knew exactly where to go? That is for another time. Stay tuned. The police, they went to the house, and during a shootout, Josh and Bubba, they were shot and killed. Omar Johnson, no. Remember I told you that Omar Johnson, he was charged some time ago for killing his male lover at a guest house in the upscale area of St. Andrew. Omar, he escaped from the police during the shootout, but not for long. About a week later, Omar, he was shot and killed by the police. Following some very good investigations by the police, Judine, she was picked up, and like I said, Judine has been leaking like a bus pipe. She was charged for robbery with aggravation and kidnapping, and our information is that based on all that Judine is involved in, she'll be charged with breaches of the anti-gang law. Lots more to come. Stand by. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend, for tell a friend, for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of